All right, looking at our design, there was one other quick thing that I wanted to do, which was just to add a reset button because we don't want to have to refresh the page. Even though it's just a demo, you wouldn't want to have to refresh the page every time you hit the maximum number of items. And so what we can do is, first of all, this total here, we want to make this consistent. So the DOM total will have a padding left here of 5 pixels. But underneath it, we want to have a reset button. In fact, let's put the padding left on the checkout as well, just for consistency. Okay, so a reset button. So remember before we had this button here, and the button was add to cart, and this one just will be called reset. And what we did was that if it was needed, we showed it. If it's not, then we didn't. Now we could keep it the whole time if we want. Um, it really depends on what we want to do, but the main thing that we want to do is make the reset button actually do work. So let's go ahead in our script and let's get the button here, very similar to add to cart. So var reset button equals document.query selector pound reset. And we need to make sure, yeah, that's ID is correct. All right, and so we'll do a event listener. We'll just put it underneath the other event listener here. Reset button dot add event listener. Click function. And then what do we want to do with that? Well, we had a total, right? So we had total equals 0. And our total items equals 0. That should work. So if we have a bunch of Changu fish and we reset, okay, so the total is now 0 and the total items are 0, but the DOM has not reset itself. So we need to reset those DOM elements as well. So we can say checkout in HTML equals it's called checkout. I think checkout was what we called our checkout box. And then also our notification. It's very similar to all of this stuff here. So now we're to the point when we're reusing code. You're reusing code, then that's a sign to you that you need to maybe have a separate function that does that on its own. But let's go ahead and just get everything working first. So does this work here? I'll just keep doing Changu forever today. Reset. All right. So everything was reset except and then the total, all of that DOM element also needs to be reset as well. So let's just make a separate button that says a separate function called reset all. And that does all of this stuff. Total equals 0, total items equals 0, checkout.inner.html equals 0, notif display text.inner. So all of this stuff. What's this thing called? User selected text. User selection. I think that's what we had in here. User selection. If you notice here, we've got these var display text and all of this stuff here. All of this can be put, should be able to be put at the top of the document. And that way it's always there. Display text, display value, notification. Just make sure that it all works with everything at the top. Yeah, it does. All right, so those things need to be reset as well. So display text, display value, notification. So this would be notification. So everything looks like it's clearing except the total. So the total, inspect this element here. DOM total box. DOM total box. Do we even have, do we even, oh, it's just called DOM total. Yeah, so we just need DOM total. I think DOM total was, right, yeah. Refresh, triangle fish, reset. All right. Okay, very good. There's a lot more you could do to play with this. We're at a good stopping point now. We definitely encourage you to play around with it. We're going to include the source code in Moodle so you can download the source code. There's a lot of cleanup that we could do as well. We encourage you just to really play and explore. This is part of learning to learn, and being fearless is just playing with things and being ready to explore, break things, and just keep learning and moving forward. We hope you enjoyed the lesson, and we will see you in our next classes.